boy named Jinsu is being bullied by a group of guys. Apparently he mentioned one of them in a suicide note and they're mad about how that would look. So it seems like it's time for payback. Jinsu kind of holds his own against the boys and really fights them until he eventually falls off a roof to what looks like his death. His dad visits him in the hospital and Jinsu apologizes, worried that he might have hurt the guys. He then says that either they die or he dies. It's as though he has no control over this monster thing inside of him and he starts almost seizing and getting aggressive. His dad looks pretty heartbroken and beats him to death with a Bible. As he's transporting Jinsu away in a suitcase, he notices that Jinsu is still alive. He's trying to escape from the suitcase. At the local high school, meanwhile, where Jinsu is a student, a group of friends suggests getting tteokbokki and one of them asks if they should wake up Hyunju. They obviously don't because she wakes up in one of the classrooms a little while later, alone, mumbling about how her friend should have woken her up. She hears something weird then and she goes exploring and it's a box that's moving on its own. She opens it and inside is a rat that looks aggressive. It bites her and as she's about to leave, a man who looks like Jinsu's father, it is him actually, Mr. Lee, he's the science teacher at the school. Well, he stops her from leaving and we hear a loud thud from behind the door. A group of friends eating fried chicken then all talk about how Mr. Lee has never been the same since the loss of his son, who everybody presumes is just missing at this point. And there's a rumor going around that he smells like death. Actual death. The kids aren't really making fun of him or anything. In fact, they seem kind of worried and sympathetic. They talk about a moment that he just walked out of class and they notice that something is really different about Mr. Lee. After hours, the school custodian is doing his rounds and we see that Hyunju has been chained to the radiator by Mr. Lee and she's still alive. The custodian doesn't see her though. The next day, the teacher asks about Hyunju, but nobody has heard from her. She asks Mr. Lee then and tells him about her disappearance and that the last place she was seen was the science lab. He claims not to know anything and at this point she doesn't suspect him. Mr. Lee keeps a kind of captain's log describing Hyunju's condition, which is worsening. He's injecting her with benzodiazepines, but he notes that it only slows down the spread of the infection. She's still getting more rabid. She breaks free eventually and walks to class all bloody and she says that Mr. Lee grabbed her and locked her up. So they rush her to the school nurse. While everyone is tending to her, another girl looks really sick, feverish. Not sure how she would have been infected or if she is, but she might be. Anyway, she walks off unnoticed. One of the girls, Onjo, gets scratched because she was one of the people helping Hyunju, who was pretty aggressive as they were trying to subdue her. She tells a boy, Soo-hook, that she wants to go out with him and she gives him her name badge, which is apparently how they do things here. It's actually pretty cute. She later tells her best friend and neighbor, Cheon-san, that she told this to Soo-hook and she asks him to find out if he likes her back. These two have a kind of sibling type of relationship. They annoy each other, but they also love each other. It's endearing. There might be more there. It just obviously hasn't been explored yet. Cheon-san looks really hurt that Onjo wants to go out with Soo-hyuk, but he doesn't say that. He just says that he won't do it because he doesn't know Soo-hook that well. Onjo is obviously really upset because he won't help her with her crush situation. Eventually, it gets around that Mr. Lee is responsible for Hyunju's condition and the police come to school after she's sent off to the hospital. He tries to tell the school administration that Hyunju should be quarantined, but it's too late at this point. The nurse that had been treating Hyunju notices that she's been bitten and she's turning. She starts attacking students then, and we see one turn into a zombie and go on to bite other students. It's pandemonium as kids start to catch on and try to escape as the zombie virus spreads. By the end of the episode, the classroom that Onjo is in is overrun and it looks like one of the zombies is about to bite Onjo. And that's episode 1 of All of Us Are Dead. Obviously, since this is a zombie show, it's very gory. There is a lot of blood. You see a lot of flesh being bitten out of people. I had to look away a couple of times, but it's nothing too extreme. Now, am I going to stream this? Not right now because it's not a very big priority, but this show is still good enough to make it onto my to-watch list, so I will be watching it eventually. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.